I've frozen.
There's nothing wrong with your feed. Yes, we're started.
I've got massive stage fright.
You want me to take it?
It's going out to the world.
Want me to take the camera?
No, hey everybody. It's Lunch with Jim and A.Ron. We're back again. This week is the Extravaganza Christmas episode.
It's the Christmas edition. Time to get all Christmassy up in this piece.
Got some very Christmassy tasting beer.
Yeah, we do.
What is it? Tell people about it.
It's Rivertown Brewing Company, which is a Ohio production, and it's their winter ale. Whoa. It's a mirror image here, so it's really hard for me to say. But yeah, it is described as
Christmassy.
A big, bold, thick-bodied ale brewed with molasses and cinnamon. It has a creamy head, a ruby hue, and rich, bold flavor.
Tastes like it.
Best served at 45 degrees in snifter glasses. We don't have snifter glasses. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm drinking mine out of a Sun King glass.
And I'm out of a Three Floyds. Repping local breweries today, Jim.
Apparently so. So yeah, we're gonna do our
getting paid. How much are we getting paid for that?
$0.
God, smash it. Throw it on the ground.
Yeah, I also have my water here.
Yeah,
getting paid $0 for that as well.
Nope. If I run out of beer, which that would be something in a half-hour to 45-minute show with a six-pack, I've always got the fabulous Bald Move liquor cabinet.
Yeah, we just got liquor sitting everywhere. Got liquor over
here. We do. We're
liquor in the front, liquor in the back.
We're alcoholics. And that's
everywhere.
That's the start of a filthy joke. So we're going to be giving gifts this episode.
A gift. I don't know how many gifts you piled up over there. What are you doing, man?
I heard extravaganza, and I got extravagant.
Here's my extravaganza.
You did wrap it. I'm actually somewhat touched.
I didn't wrap it. What are you talking about?
It's got tape on it and shit.
Oh, it came like that. I opened it up and I taped it back.
When you made googly eyes at me and said wrap the press, I thought I was just going to get raw. Might not even be an original package. It might have been something you just got out of your bathroom drawer. And here's a half-used thing of bedhead. You need hair product, A.Ron.
And I need to get rid of hair product. So here you go, buddy.
I'm down at the getting rid of hair part. So I got two. Last year, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, Darth Vader. This was his Christmas present for last year.
Without the hat.
Without the hat. This year, Cecily got us a little something.
Oh,
this
shit.
is from Cecily. I think I know what it is. Just based on the
it's heavy is what it is. What the fuck is this? A lead brick?
This is an official present from so Cecily, if you don't know, if you haven't listened to True Blood, Orange is the New Black, or American Horror Stories, she is my paramour. And we do occasional podcasts on Bald Move. And she got something. She described it as a gift for the studio. So shall we open it? I have no idea. She's been working on this in secret.
This is fucking heavy.
I think I know what it is.
And it's in layers here. I can feel. I'm thinking coasters. Oh,
I think you're right. Oh,
hell yeah!
This is sweet. These are shit. Let me put up the right camera here. Oh, still not right. These are custom coasters that she made out of, looks like bathroom tile and corkboard on the back. And they've got our different show logos. Justified, returning this year. Fargo.
Coming soon to Bald Move store. We're going to be swapping these like trading cards.
American Horror Story.
Orange is the New Cast. Sweet. These are all the logos of our shows. It's really cool.
Just a generic Bald Move. What? Jesus, this mirror effect is really fucking with me. A generic Bald Move one. Speakeasy. Oh, here we go.
Here's one of my favorite logos, by the way.
The House of Cards.
Oh, yeah.
House of Cards.
It's a nice one.
Another generic Bald
Mad
Move.
Men. So
I think these are all of them. Did any of them get left out? Oh, here's the Piece de Resistance. Watching Dead, baby.
No, get out of here. I got a better one. Look at this combination.
Oh, that's a Murderer's Row.
Boom.
I like look at the Mad Men podcast.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Following the Leftovers.
And True Blood.
Yeah, that's my favorite because I designed that. I knocked that out in about 30 minutes one day trying to get the feed established.
And then I realized it was 4 gigs to download that.
I like to
graphic,
ping it
and
up, man. I like to ping it up.
Apparently, those are cool. I'm going to use them right now.
Yeah, we see.
Get
So
rid of
we've had
Victoria's
jank.
Secrets. She is the coaster queen because she got us these
It did
leather ones too.
I think she either accidentally shoplifted these from Victoria's Secrets or they were throwing them in as a holiday deal. So we made it that, but they're leather. They don't absorb shit.
Yeah.
So they basically collect all the water, so it drips on your front.
They look really nice though.
I think I'm gonna go
These
with.
look even better.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with Justified. It's almost the season. We're like 2-3 weeks away from that.
Yeah, I went with Mad Men, but I think I'm gonna go to
Man.
Breaking Bad because it already is a season for Breaking Bad.
So that's cool. BT Dubs, if you don't know, we take questions and answers during this podcast. So if you'd like to use the Q&A app, which is enabled at the bottom of your little YouTube deal there, you can do so. Someone just said, and I think they withdrew it. They said, "No offense to the table, but wouldn't you rather risk staining that than the coasters?" That's high
Hell
compliment.
no, man. I mean, this table we slaved over. We built this fucking table.
Yeah, people don't know. We call this the amazingly $500 IKEA studio because we bought and decorated, did everything for about that month. And the cornerstone was we handmade this table out of plywood, and I thought it turned out really well.
And some
we
IKEA
stained
legs.
it. This is a labor of love. We built this on your fucking back deck.
Yeah, so
over the course of a weekend.
As nice as these coasters are, I don't think I want to stain the table, and I don't think it'll stain these coasters.
No, these coasters
they're wrapped in
Mod Podge is probably
some kind of something.
If I know my girl, she probably Mod Podge the shit out of it.
It looks like maybe it's painted on. Like some kind of laminate is painted on. Is that right?
that's a Mod Podge. Is like a
I don't know what the fuck
like an epoxy that you paint on. It seals up.
Okay.
A couple others.
So she did paint.
Okay. Cecily's mom, another gift for the bald.
Oh yeah, these are badass.
If you don't recognize these are replica decanters and snifters. Is that what you call that? Tumbler from yeah, put it up on my. Oh yeah, me. These are like the official drinking glasses of Don Draper on Mad Men. Oh, and she got the decanter, which we'll have to put up with I don't know, Canadian Club probably. And what's really cool is she went the extra mile. And whoa shit,
and pre-broke it
that
so
I broke right
pulls
away.
It out.
What's really cool is she went the extra mile and had these monographed.
Holy shit! Okay.
They say K, so like they should be H, of course. I don't know what this K business is, or maybe BM. BM would have been good too.
These are seriously.
No, they're nice.
Hefty glasses.
They're nice. And the thing is,
because we were looking for these for a while.
It was very
online.
Yeah, it was very hard to find them.
You could find a lot of knockoffs that were just plastic,
plastic.
Fake gold rim.
Yeah.
These feel solid.
This is the real deal.
I like
so right, that was really cool. Lisa, thank you very much for getting that for us. Well, I think once we get this Thanksgiving crap cleared out, that set will look really nice there in that little cubby hole position. Maybe we can get some lights to show it off. All right. So that's the community gift portion of the day.
Okay. Oh, you did give me multiple gifts. You son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, I had a certain dollar value.
$8.
That's what I targeted.
I got a Pez dispenser and a used book.
So who goes first? Shall we flip for
it? Does it matter?
I guess.
Sure.
I mean,
you go first. I don't care.
No, you go. Since we have an unequal number of presents,
okay.
I love you more.
Like,
you go first, and I can go back, and we can go back to you.
Since I've financially expressed that I hate you.
That's what's great for Christmas is you can just My sister's favorite move is to say, let's just we're adults, let's not get any presents for each other this year.
It's a trap.
And then I show up with no present. She's like, I thought of the perfect thing for you, and I couldn't. And I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm gonna throw this present in your face and hope you choke on it.
All right. Well, here we go. Oh shit! It's a Blu-ray, folks. What movie is it? Casablanca and the African Queen. All right. I don't know what the African Queen is.
The African Queen is okay. You need to see Casablanca. Check out the special features for Casablanca. This is what's the exciting thing.
Special features. Oh, commentary by Roger Ebert.
When he still had his fucking voice.
Hell yeah. When was this made?
He did a scene-by-scene commentary of, it had to be over 10 years ago, a scene-by-scene commentary track. And when I saw that, I'm like, Jim needs to see Casablanca #1.
Yeah, I've never seen Casablanca,
and
so that's cool.
With Roger Ebert holding your hand, it shouldn't be too bad of an experience.
No, definitely not. I hear it's a good movie. A good film.
Tyler W., taking a little break here, said in the first season they were drinking J&B scotch like crazy, but seasons 2 onward they're drinking Canadian Club, except Roger, who's always rocked the Smirnoff vodka. Not bad. We got the Canadian Club. We got like multiple versions of Canadian Club. Small batch, single barrel.
Is that
reserve?
Hidden behind the
yeah, it's behind the Snob Creek and the Lagavulin.
Gotcha.
As it should be. As it should be.
Yep.
So let's see here. My thing.
Yep.
Misa Nostra. Let's see here. This thing is wrapped securely.
Interested to see what you think about this. It's not wrapped that securely. If you slide the thing across the top.
Oh, really?
It'll
Will I
just pop
slice
open.
something? Is that a puppy?
No.
It's a puppy, isn't
No, you're
it?
good. Just don't go too deep on that.
Well, the first cut's the deepest, Jim.
It is. Sheryl Crow taught me one thing in life. That
It's
and
paper and peanuts. It is a thing. What is this? A pin holder?
no. So
Is this a rhino horn?
no. Well, it's a horn.
You killed a endangered species for me.
So I tried to get you one of those Game of Thrones drinking things
Oh,
that you said you wanted
Yes.
like so long ago.
Yes.
I to be honest, I was hoping it would be cooler. It got here like, and it's cool, but I wish it were weightier. And I guess I didn't realize, I guess that wouldn't be weighty.
So is this safe to drink out of, or do I need
Right now, you might want to wash it.
Okay,
first,
I was gonna
but
say it smells a little epoxy.
Yeah. I
So-
would definitely wash it first.
Is this faux horn or a real horn?
It's a real horn.
It's a real horn. What
Real
kind of
horn.
animal is this?
A cow.
A cow?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, hold that up to the
Oh yeah.
thing.
Wait. So this is a horn drinking glass. Yeah, I can't remember where I saw this, but I kept remarking during Game of Thrones. I thought it was so awesome that they drink in these steins that are literally a horn they've cut off some beast. It was like it doesn't get more badass than drinking beer out of a horny stein, I think.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if you're able to use that in any capacity.
Take a little quick break real quick to answer a question. Freddie C said, "Oh man, I love me some commentaries. Have you guys given any thought to recording commentary tracks for some of your favorite movies or episodes? Something like riff tracks, but not meant to be strictly funny." That is a hell of an idea. And my first question is, I'd love to do that. How can we monetize it? Because, that's the thing. Like, I've already doing one thing that's hella hard to monetize, which is doing podcasts. I think, can't you put your own riff tracks on riff tracks? And I don't know that they have to be funny.
No, I don't think so.
And
called iRiffs.
And they have some kind of file format that allows you to use their riff tracks viewer that will synchronize with the DVD or whatever. So that's something we should definitely take a look at.
Sure. We found that those take a lot of time to do.
Well, the funny ones, I don't know if the commentaries would take as much.
Yeah, you still got to do some research, right? You want to make it an interesting commentary.
Yeah.
So that might take a while to do, which is scary.
Tyler said, watch long casts are pretty fun. Kevin Smith did a few in his Fat Man on Batman show where he did it for the Tim Burton Batman movies. He also did it for the animated series. Because I was a big fan of Fat Man on Batman. I still am, but he just does one every week, and I don't have the time to listen to them all. But he did one on some of the Paul Dini animated ones, like Mask of the Phantasm. I think he did one for Sub-Zero. So yeah, those would be a ton of fun. All right, final present.
Oh boy,
final present.
This is a big one. Oh, that's heavy.
I got this. This. I've been sitting on this for a couple months.
Oh my god.
But I'm gonna put it right on you. Camera, all on you. All eyes on you.
Open up present. There we go. Pop it open. What is it? Wow. what is this? A Few Acres of Snow. Is this a board game?
It is.
Why have I heard this name before?
I don't know. I mean, it got a lot of buzz last year. And so what it is they've taken the mechanics of Dominion, cleaned it up to fix some of the balance issues, and applied it to an actual setting. So this is set during the like French Indian Wars, where the British are trying to take North America from the French and shove them to the bacony regions of Canada. And you play either British or French, and it's supposed to play really quickly. Like most rounds take less than an hour. What's
in here? There's so much shit. Can I get scissors or something?
So, and I guess the mechanic is you start off with 2 decks. One that's, and they're asymmetric. So like the French have advantage to the British, and then you gain cards by taking settlements, and each settlement has a different deck of cards. And then you can also play. Yeah, you can also like
it's like a
political
deck
favors. Yeah, it's conquest plus deck building.
That's cool.
And there's mechanics to like reduce the size of your deck, and it seemed pretty fun, and I've been interested. And it's 2 player.
So really, you bought yourself a gift, is what you're saying?
I kind of bought myself the gift, and you're my computer player.
Okay, all right, it's cool. That's cool.
I thought the art was really eye catching too, like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Hand that box top to me. I want to give it a close up of it.
Spin around.
Look at that guy looking like a badass standing there behind that tree with his snowshoes on.
Sweet.
So
here's play sheets. There are a lot of parts for Dominion based. Like, look at all these play sheets.
Really? What is that? Play sheets? Is that like just your
Spiel health?
Is that your like cheat guide? Or is that like stuff you actually need to play? And why would there ever be more? Is there more scenarios than that?
Well, there are German versions too. Let's see. These might all be different languages. Yeah.
The Das Boot version.
French versions.
Surprised that they feature submarines and panzer tanks in a 17th century.
I don't think they do.
Colonial warfare game.
I'm not seeing that, man.
It does look a cool little board thing for
huge. It's not little.
Really? I thought it was like
fucking massive this thing is.
Wow. I thought it was like a sideboard type of thing.
Nope. It's a full-on game board, my friend.
Wow. How's that so bad? It's basically both hands plus a map.
Yeah. Sweet.
Cool.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
It's cool. Oh, and you got pieces galore in here.
Awesome.
Look at this.
I love pieces.
Coins.
Is that gold?
Fake coins.
Fake gold.
Silver and gold.
Doubloons.
Baggies.
Pound sterling. I don't know what the French call their money. Francs?
I don't know.
Seems like it'd be francs. You got Deutschmarks and German.
Oh man, you got circles and squares in here. Circles and cubes, cylinders and cubes. Sweet. I like it.
So we'll have to, when you get back, because you're about to take off tomorrow for a West Coast vacation. When you get back, we'll have to throw down.
For sure.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas, Jim. We made it
Merry Christmas.
Fucking year on our own.
Where's the top of that box?
Can you believe it?
We made it a year? Not quite.
If you start, so I don't think we've ever talked about this. When you were thinking of our chances of making it through the first year, were you reasonably confident we would? Were you kind of 50-50? What's your, I was reasonably confident.
You know, having not found any outside funding, I'm surprised.
Really?
That we made it. I was confident that if we found some sort of outside funding, we would easily be able to make it through at least a year. Having not done that, I'm kind of shocked that we're still going on this whole thing.
The way it's gone, though, I'm kind of happy because I like the fact that this has been a total bootstrap operation. Like every penny that sustained Bald Move has come from either our pockets, advertisers,
or your pockets,
Jeff fucking Bezos, copper reserves, or the listeners' generosity. And that feels right. Like we're not beholden to any person.
Nope.
We're podcasting rogues. How do you feel about so let's ask this question. Let's make a death prediction for Bald Move. How reasonably confident are you that we get through 2015? Because we've been working really hard on our financials and doing projections, and what, it's been some dark days. It's been some bright points. We got our spreadsheet all updated. What's your feelings for next year? Percentage is a 75, 25, 100% sure it dies. Don't pull out 65% bullshit. I want to hear 65%.
Yeah, season 2, it's 50-50. No, season 2 of Bald Move, I feel is, I'm thinking 75% that we make it. Like, I'm not totally confident. I'm not pessimistic on it, but it's somewhere like, we definitely have to have funding this year. If we don't get funding, I mean, we both took short draws last month and the month before.
Yeah. What that means is
make it to the end of the month.
If we'd have stuck to our plan for what we spend, we would have ran out of money. Yeah. But we both kind of looked at things. We tightened our belt and we got through. And we do think we're going to get some early funding next year. But yeah. However, the projections show that we kind of turned the corner when we actually start making money. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, am I confident of our projections? No.
That's the thing.
I'm not super confident on those.
No. I'm kind of I don't know, because I feel like I'm really confident for 2015 is the 2016 where things who the hell knows, and like, the one thing we live, this is kind of behind the scenes peek at Bald Move, but the one thing we live in constant fear of is like Jeff Bezos, copper baron that he is, just pulling the plug on the affiliate program, which would instantly terminate like a third of our funding. And then what do we do? Like, have a Save the Bald Move telethon, like castathon.
I mean, it's that, like, it's just, we'd have to tell everybody, hey, we just lost a third of our income. There's literally no way we can continue this unless people step up. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, though.
But there are some exciting things. I mean, we got some new Patreon levels that we're going to be, with some new technology we're going to be rolling out in the new year. We've got,
I mean, we rolled them out. Technically, you can go sign up for them.
Yeah, you can see, but people don't know what they really are.
Yeah.
Until, and we're going to be doing some demos of that in January for just people that take a look at it for free. And then we'll lock it behind the old Patreon paywall. So I guess, I'm 75 seems too pessimistic because I don't see where we wouldn't survive through 2015. And that's contingent. And also that's just the stuff we know about. Like, I suspect we're going to have a really, really nice sponsorship opportunities just from what we've heard from our sponsors on Game of Thrones and the second half of Walking Dead. If I knew for a fact that those things, that the ink on those contracts were signed and dried, I'd be like 100%. As it is, I'm 90% sure we make it through 2015.
Yeah,
with money in our pockets, which is the hope. And that's the other thing we're thinking of doing. We're thinking about doing updating our Patreon video and our Subbable video with an actual, like, this is our first year. This is how it went. This is how much money we made. This is a customer, our listener satisfaction results in the survey. This is what we need to do in 2015 to kind of lay it out, like what the stakes are and show, people ask us. I think people are probably curious, like, what we actually make, what we actually pocket. And we want to get that out and be kind of transparent with it. So
the thing I'm worried about is that it might be more than they think, but
I don't see how that's possible. Judging by our survey results and our household income, like, we are we're in the bottom 10th percentile of our listeners' salaries.
Sure,
we're not taking home princely sums.
No, and we're still going into debt, just taking home the meager amount that we are paying ourselves in salary. So it's not like, the difference between the amount we draw and the amount that we can actually afford to draw is stark. But we're hoping that will even out come next year.
But the one thing that I thought this weekend, because at my family Christmas, they were going around the table talking about what they're thankful for this year. And the thing, as I was thinking about it, as it's coming to me,
roll your eyes like they shouldn't be doing
I know. See, this
God,
is the thing.
Here
like,
we go again.
I love this shit. I love this holiday shit, but it's so not me. I can't square. It's like me loving show tunes. A guy like me, cigar smoking, scotch drinking, motorcycle riding dude with a big bushy beard should not like show tunes. But God help me, I fucking love show tunes. It's just a contradiction I have to live with myself on. But as it's going to me, I'm like, the thing that flashed my mind is I don't loathe Mondays anymore.
Yeah.
Like for the last few years, like I get a depression on Sunday night. Like, God, I got to go
back to work.
I actually kind of like, oh yeah, we're going to, this is going to be on tonight. And we get to talk about, I start to look forward to Mondays. And that's so, and I can't say that because everyone in my family would hate me. So I said something a lot more generic, but that's honest to God. The thing I'm most thankful for is I do not loathe Mondays anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to, I was in the same boat. I hated my job. I've hated every job I've had except for this one. Yeah. This is the one where I feel like it's probably just because I have a little more control over my destiny with this.
Sure.
It's like I get to do what I want today, not what I have to do.
Yeah.
For the most part,
there's a lot of
some things we have to do. Yeah. Keeping any kind of schedule, there are things you'll have to do.
Yeah.
But other than those very few things that absolutely have to get done, we can do whatever we want, really.
Yeah.
Sure. We can go make a stupid video and post it online. We can, talk for an hour about what are we doing on our latest Patreon thing.
We can get into intense philosophical, political debates.
Sure, which we do all the time
if we want to.
Yeah. So you're right. That's a great benefit. Something I wouldn't trade for any amount of salary, honestly.
Yeah.
I was making 3 times what I'm making now.
Yep.
Before I quit my job and did this, and I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care. This is so much better.
Yeah, like I mean, that's the thing I did the last 2 years was try to get myself in a position where I could comfortably live on that salary, or at least survive. And if I make that minimum, you're right. I mean, I just don't. I don't care either.
Yeah, I'd much rather be able to just say, you know what, this week we're going to do 2 podcasts on The Godfather. We're going to sit down. We're going to watch our favorite movies of all time and talk about them.
Sure.
For 2 hours, and that so few people get that opportunity. I just feel really lucky for that.
Yeah, and it's you guys watching right now that's in large part help us. I mean, that's kind of like we've got this 1/3 1/3 Amazon, which is also ways of supporting. We've got the 1/3 direct listener support like Subbable, Patreon. The one thing that has kind of let us down is the advertising. If that's kind of our business model, is 1/3 of our funding would come from advertising, and that's the piece that's really missing, because number one, we're not salesmen.
No, we're terrible.
Nor are we marketers. So like we get the stuff that falls in our lap. We're working real hard on flipping that around in 2015. So
yeah.
We got some listener questions. First of all, Freddie C wants to know, is there any other commissioned on-off cast on the horizon? Oh boy.
Commissioned / on-off. What does that even mean?
I think it's like just like one-off casts.
Oh, one-off.
Kind of like, commissioned, or the Godfather, because Godfather wasn't commissioned.
Yeah.
In fact, someone said they were going to commission it, and I actually told them I should.
Don't worry about it.
I should have kept my mouth shut.
But
no, I mean, this was a freebie. It was a holiday present to you guys. But we've got a killer commission lineup. The ones,
Murderer's Row.
It's a Murderer's Row.
Commission movies coming up.
We've got The Watchmen, a great Zack Snyder film that I'm really interested in.
We've got Anne of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables
2 days from now.
Dropping 2 days from now is a Christmas present for somebody's wife. We've got, that's already in the can. We've got The Big Lebowski.
Yes, which I'm one of my favorite movies of all time.
Definitely.
So excited about that.
What am I missing? There's one other.
That's going to be a challenge, though, because we don't really know how to do comedies very well.
It's not. That's damning it, saying it's just a comedy.
It's not a comedy?
It's definitely comedy, but there's a hell of a lot more going on in that. Last but not least, certainly, is History of Violence. The Viggo Mortensen hot staircase.
I've never seen that.
Hot staircase sex scene. Naomi Watts.
Never seen it.
Great film. Great film. I have seen it, and I've seen all these films, and I'm giddy to talk about all of them.
Yeah.
So there you go. We've got a lot of stuff. That's it, right? I thought there was one more, maybe. Maybe I'm counting Anne of Green Gables since we haven't released it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, tomorrow, I'm doing a 2-hour podcast on Lawrence of Arabia with our buddies Tom and Kelly from Up Yours Downstairs. During their Downton Abbey hiatus, they're covering like Victorian era films. Or Edwardian era. Obviously, Lawrence of Arabia is World War II era. That's right in their wheelhouse. It's one of my favorite films, and we're going to be talking about it tomorrow. But that's for Up Yours Downstairs. So lots of good, exciting things coming up. Cal Jr. wants to know our #1 favorite all-time Christmas movie. I have several.
Die Hard.
Great choice. Yeah. Great choice.
It might be, actually.
I said Godfather because traditionally I watched The Godfather over Christmas, because there is a good 30-minute stretch that happens all on Christmas in New York City, and I think Christmas in New York is awesome.
Home Alone's a good one.
Home Alone's a great Christmas movie. I'm going to be introducing my boy to that for this year because he's that age.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna love that shit.
I'm so looking
dropping
forward to
wrenches on people's heads.
Because I'm going to do the whole like you can get in your jammies, you can eat some junk food. We're going to stay up late. We're going to end this film about midnight because we're in the middle. I got a whole week with him where I'm not doing anything and he's not really doing anything. I'm really excited for that. So. It's
a good one. And I mean, there are the classics. You know, Christmas Story still tops my list.
Christmas Story is all. It's kind of
eminently
overplayed at this point.
Okay, so I don't watch it every single year.
Like
so
it's become the new.
Get that,
what's the fucking Jimmy Stewart?
A Beautiful Life.
A Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
It's the new Wonderful Life.
Mind.
I think it's much more entertaining than A Wonderful Life. I saw The Wonderful Life for the very first time this past weekend. My common law mother-in-law made me watch it. It's still got a surprising emotional payload at the end, but there's some rough hoeing to get there. Really surprised at how what an asshole this guy is when he's at the end of his rope. But then again, he's kind of at the end of his rope. So
the other one that I'm going to be subjected to for the first time this year is Love Actually. Going to LA, gonna watch that with my girlfriend. So
that used to be my favorite, but my evolving understanding of men and women's relationships and the battle of the sexes makes that almost unwatchable for me now.
Huh. Okay.
You if you want to counter, go with have you seen The Holidays?
The Holidays?
It's got Jude Law, Cameron Diaz. Who's the girl from the Titanic?
Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet and Tenacious D guy.
Jack Black.
Thank you for being my human IMDb.
What the fuck? That's a weird cast.
It's great. It's a great movie though. Okay. It's actually taken over my Love Actually spot. I think if there's another one. I haven't seen Miracle on 34th Street, which I'm going to fix this weekend.
I've seen parts of those old ones, like Beautiful Life or Wonderful Life. Yeah, and Christmas on 34th Street. But I always watch them kind of in the background.
It's the one thing that's interesting about A Wonderful Life is it's one of those things that's like just in the cultural consciousness, and there's been so many fucking like Simpsons riffs on it. It's kind of like when you see Casablanca, you'll see the same thing. Like you'll just be checking off, play it again, Sam, and Problems Hill of Beans, and like all these
Scarlet, I don't give
round up the usual suspects, like all these catchphrases in popular culture. Like there's 10 of them that come from all that. No, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That's actually Gone with the Wind.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I haven't seen any of those old classics.
But that's some, I haven't seen, and my son hasn't either, like the classics like Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Like the stop motion things?
I mean, I wasn't allowed to see him as a kid, so therefore they weren't part of my what's important to show him type of memory.
I want to say I saw one of those in school, maybe. Wasn't supposed to watch it, but I did.
But you did, because you don't want to stick out.
Yeah.
There's one other I feel like that I haven't talked about. Anyway, that's enough.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to be doing for Christmas. Star Wars Holiday Special.
Oh God.
I've never seen it.
Neither have I.
It is easily available right now, but it's one of those things where it's like what little fandom of Star Wars I want to remain.
I've heard it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst things ever aired on television. So I don't have much desire to see that.
Let's see. Cal Jr. follows up, said, I definitely second The Holiday. Surprisingly good and very rewatchable. Totally agree. It's a very romantic, lighthearted, sweet take and there's just enough like things look like they're going to go bad. They give you some suspense and kind of invert the Hollywood kind of romance thing that makes it interesting. I think it's a great movie. Tyler Watts has a deep one. Watch out. How do you guys feel about the future of podcasts? Serial has a lot of people who don't normally listen to podcasts going and listening to it. Do you think that will open up the possibility of potentially more podcast listeners, and specifically how that impacts Bald Move? You said it, man. Like millions of new people tuning into podcasts and cracking open the podcast app is not a bad thing for us.
No, it's a great thing.
I mean, we're already last year, we experienced roughly double, 100% audience growth. And for some shows, it was even more than that. Like what? Game of Thrones was 300% Walking Dead was more than that.
Yeah, you know what? I wonder how much it would cost to run an ad on
Cereal. Oh Jesus! I bet it's surprisingly approachable.
I bet it is too, because I'm thinking like maybe season 2. I wonder if that's even possible.
You don't get paid shit for podcast ads.
No, not like big TV ads.
Although
certainly.
with a million people, that scales up.
That's the thing. Like I think 2.2 million people were downloading that thing. I mean, it's gonna cost a lot.
So if they just get $25 per CPM, that's 25 grand.
But that's only on 1 million
to advertise
people.
on sub. That's only on way 1 million.
Higher. Yeah.
I bet. No, I'm saying like on 1 million downloads, that's going to be
okay. I was going to suggest maybe Bald Move buy an ad on there. Nope, not possible.
Retract.
Completely out of our league. Because that would be a great way, to bring new people in. Like,
right?
Oh, you're new to podcasts? Well, you probably watch TV, so check out our shows. So I hope there's a leak over into the general podcasting world from this as well.
I think there will be, because if nothing else, these people, Serial's going to go away. And what do you do when you discover a new medium and something like, do you just abandon that medium, or do you usually branch out? I think people are going to branch out, and the iTunes ecosystem makes it easy. So we doubled our growth, and that was without Serial, because Serial came too late to kind of influence our numbers. And it's also without Apple having an official podcast player that comes pre-installed with all new products that they're making right now,
which they do. Yeah, no. If
Android would get on that would be awesome. I honestly think that we're not going to have a problem doubling growth next year. In fact, a lot of our projections count on it.
So yeah, I hope that's the case. I think it's a good thing for podcasting. I think it's a good thing for everybody involved in podcasting. Can't be bad. I mean, there really is no downside.
No,
It's not like, oh, Serial might turn people off. Maybe the ending of Serial is not exactly what people wanted, but I don't think that's going to scare them away from podcasts.
Yeah, and there was an interesting article, like, because we pay attention to a lot of like podcasting insider crap, and there was an interesting article that the guy that his name's Todd, right, who's behind Blueberry and behind PowerPress, a plugin that we use on our site so he's like a really high mucky muck in the podcast community scene. He was sharing an article about a guy who wrote an article about the hipsterification of a particular town in Virginia. I want to say it's like maybe Richmond. And everyone in town is like, there's not a massive influx of hipsters. There is not a lot of like these high-end coffee bars and vinyl stores. Like, this is bullshit. And the reporter went ahead and ran with it, and like kind of made some stuff up and took pictures from like San Francisco. And the guy was like, the point of the article was like 3 years later, after the article was written, there's a huge influx of hipsters because people are writing this and like, oh, that sounds great for my lifestyle. I'm going to move out here. Some of that's going on with podcasting right now. People are writing articles about, oh, advertisers are paying attention to podcasts. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. We have so much unsold valuable real estate or product right now, inventory, like like valuable in the point of how many ears we've got listening to Game of Thrones, to Walking Dead, to a lot of these shows. So, but I think that when people write these articles, CEOs and CFOs are reading these in their business weeks and their news weeks and their, what do you call it? Wall Street journals. And they're like, shit, we need to get on this. Some of this stuff is like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
So I love all the press the Serial's getting. I love the fact that there was an awesome parody on Saturday Night Live this weekend. Because there's already millions of people listening. There's going to be millions more next year. And this is something that, like, we love all of our quote unquote competitors and all of our shows. I mean, we're good friends with some of the ones, particularly with the Walking Dead and Game of Thrones community. This is a rising tide that makes all the boats float higher.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, radio, in my opinion, is not going to be around much longer, and podcasting is going to replace it for all but
sure.
For almost everything audio related. There's just no reason to have radio anymore, in my view. So more people are going to be flocking to podcasting, and I think, NPR in particular is easing that transition quite a bit for people. You know, they hear it on the radio. They say, hey, go download our podcast player. You can re-listen to this
and that's
whenever you want. And then they get used to that and they say, oh, this is far superior.
Right. And that's the kind of annoying thing is that I hate how much press is going to Serial and startup.
Holy shit.
Like these are guys that are just nobodies and they've made all this fame and fortune on podcasting. Like bullshit. There's a proven model to making money on podcasting. It's be famous and record yourself talking to other famous people for an hour a week and watch the sponsorships and the money and stuff roll in. And also you can sell, you know, tickets to your stand-up routines and all this stuff. I think I'm kind of looking forward to when the people that are like more like Jim and I start getting some of this attention, because I would argue that our story is much more compelling than the guy who runs Startup, because he was a high-ranking NPR public radio producer.
Yeah,
that started a podcast about starting a podcast, and it got and now he's got $1 million startup funds.
Yeah, I mean, immediately gets $1 million in funding, and like he was never a grassroots podcaster,
right? But on the other hand,
like saying, you know, Tim Cook from Apple goes before Steve Jobs dies, goes and starts his own software company, and they say he's never run a software company before. Well, no, he fucking basically ran the company. He was one of the highest guys in the company, but now he's doing something slightly different.
But even that, even though I'm annoyed by it, it helps us because, like, you know, last year it was impossible to secure any kind of like traditional bank fund loans for our business because we didn't have the history to show, and they're unfamiliar with the business model. These guys are indirectly helping make our case, because as more companies get excited about this, as more investors line up, I mean, it helps the little guys as much as the big guys. So I still can't hate their success.
No, it's fine. I just don't like the way the media is spinning it as, you know, this grassroots thing. I mean, that's going to help everybody. The more accustomed people get to the idea of podcasting being a legitimate offering, the more money's going to roll into it, the more people are going to roll into it, and talent. I mean, that's what we're seeing now.
Yeah. And you know, we keep on saying like the thing we have to do is survive. The most important thing you can do if you're an up and coming podcaster right now is to keep making podcasts. And, you know, I know, because, you know, a lot of these people are friends. It's really tough if you're doing a podcast show as a hobby to justify, and if you're doing a really good job, like spending significant amount of time, like we spend, you know, 8 to 10 hours per podcast we generate. It's really hard to justify that to your friends and family.
Oh yeah.
And I know that because I spent years and ex-girlfriends that didn't get it and weren't supportive, and like, why are you doing this? This is insane.
Just need to get $1 million worth of funding and you'll be good.
But if I feel like that there is like some nebulous, if you can just hang around and you can stick with it, there will be, you know, this thing has got so much growth that it's a really great personal opportunity for us.
Yeah, this is ground floor. I mean, you know, the people who were in this much earlier even than we were 5, 8, 10 years ago, say they got in the ground floor. I still see this as the ground floor.
Yeah.
I mean, people can get into this so easily and ramp up so quickly. There's no reason that this is not still the ground floor.
Sure.
And there's a lot of room in this space. So
Frackin' T said, hey guys, just want to wish you a Merry Xmas and best of luck in the new year. Thanks for all the content this year.
Sweet. Thanks.
Hey man, thank you for being such a great fan. You know, Frackin' Toaster, this one, and that's not his real name, obviously. He's trying to slip his real name in. It's too late. It's too late. Unless you want to be a Martinez, I'm never going to get it at this point. But he listens to a lot of our shows, gives us a lot of feedback. He's always active in the forums and on our Facebook group. And honestly, big reason we keep doing this is because it's so cool. Like I was talking with my buddy Jim here on the way out to Albuquerque. You know, we're talking like, you know, over drinks at an airport bar. We're talking about like, you know, big picture why we do this. I'm like, I don't know what I would do at this point if I was watching a television show and I didn't have literally hundreds of people to instantly get the opinions of and get different takes and you know, different ways of looking at it and personal stories. And that's beyond the what we call dick sucking, which is people just saying like, hey, thanks for doing this. It means a lot to us. I mean, sometimes dick sucking is a little crude for what it is, because, you know, a lot of people like, hey, my dad died. Your guys' podcast helped me get through waiting around for him to die in the hospital. Like one example from this year. And we get tons of stories like that every year. Like, I lost my job. You guys helped me get through. My job sucks right now. I've got all kinds of personal and I've felt that way about other people. Like Penny Arcade is my bald move.
Yeah.
Penny Arcade got me through a lot of dark times when I was going through my divorce, when I was transitioning from being in a cult and losing all my friends and family. They were like my friends and family I didn't have. And trying to get choked up. But it means a lot to hear when people say that about us.
Sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much, Frack and T, for hanging around with us.
And where's the bottle opener? Where's that battleship of the bottle opener? I'm out of beer. I have a 6-pack before me. This is intolerable.
Yeah, well, it's really just senseless is what it is.
It is.
Perfectly good pack of beer there.
It's like, you know,
drinking it.
Abstaining from sex in a harem. Like, why would you?
I don't know. Diseases? Maybe.
I don't know what sheiks you hang around, but
yeah. Sheik's probably not the cleanest guys.
What?
When they're out there boning 15 different women in the same night. Imagine if a few sheiks have some VD.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so.
You don't think sheiks can afford to, like, you know, basic broad screen testing?
You think they bother to? Like, that's the question. So you think it's like a month-long process to get into the sheik's harem? But
they just
constantly continue rotating.
Sure, it's a job interview.
Okay, I could buy that, but that takes a month of spin-up time. So during that month, you become a sheik, a rich, probably oil baron. Let's say that. For that first month, while you're vetting all of these women, you've got to have something.
I think you become a sheik though. Like, this is not something like a starter. You hang your sheik shingle out in Qatar.
Well, it has to happen at some point, right?
But it's like I bet, like, so you're a son of a sheik, and the sheik dies.
Okay.
You inherit the old man's harem, right?
Oh, that's weird.
And maybe you clean house at some point, but you got something. You got some seed.
I clean that whole house. Like top to bottom.
Really?
The whole house is gone. Yeah. There's a month long.
Send the sheets out to be washed, dry clean. Sure.
All
right.
Sure.
Warp Fox makes a very good point. He said if the sheik had A.Ron, he wouldn't need 15 other women.
You're right, but he would be $50 million.
I got plenty to feed the needy. How much did I say I need for a sheik?
I thought it was 50 million.
That was the old A.Ron that made 6 figures. New A.Ron, I think I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, I don't know where the bottom floor is.
This worries me that, like, you know, heroin addict in the alley A.Ron,
hell yeah,
does it for like $3.
Yeah. How much does, I mean, that's the thing. That's one reason though I'm never going to try heroin. I don't want to find out how low amount I will give a blowjob for. I already know it's fallen quite a bit in the last year. Like,
apparently, yeah. You know, what is it down to now? The sheik scenario.
Like 10 million would definitely do it. So
you reduced it by a factor of 5.
But that's the definite. Like, if someone is right in front of me, like here now, is like, I want to make sexual use of you for 24 hours. What's the number?
Oh, so there's a floor.
There's some wiggle room. You know, I've been talking about wiggle room a lot. There's a lot of wiggle room in that negotiation. It depends on. I
mean, startup. What
kind of sheik are we talking about here? Is he attractive? Is he respectful? Will he hold me when I cry? I mean, these are all things you gotta lay out on the table when you decide how low you're going to go.
Yeah,
and that's the kind of considerations you don't get in a back alley when you need your next fix of smack.
Yeah. No, I mean, these are decisions you'll have to make on the fly.
Yeah.
Like the sheik comes up and offers some amount of money, then you got to figure that all out.
Maybe it's a super progressive country and it's like a female sheik.
There you go.
That would be the significant discount for me not having to flip sexual polarity. I mean,
Sure, makes sense.
That's you know, it's kind of like one of those things. Like I'm already in the business of doing this thing, so the economies of scale are working for your favor.
I don't know that economies of scale.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, everyone! Happy New Year. I think we're gonna let the lunch in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish my beer. We got Breaking Bad coming up this afternoon, probably about an hour from now. I got to finish my notes on that. Talking about episode 205. Oh my God, someone's wanting to talk
spoilers. Don't answer this one. Spoiler alert.
Just finished reading Dance of Dragons, and all I can say is, what the fuck? Something else. You can now go listen to every spoiler section on the Game of Thrones podcast because you're spoiler proof. Also, you need to start on Dunk and Egg. You need to get World of Ice and Fire. You need to get onto Reddit the Song of Ice and Fire subreddit, and immerse yourself. You can now you're spoiler proof. That's a good feeling. But yeah, send an email to gameofthrones@baldmove.com if you want to talk about it, because I love talking Game of Thrones. Or start a forum thread on forums.baldmove.com.
Sure.
Mark that shit as spoilers and say, finish Dance with Dragons. Holy shit. Let's talk about it. So I got a lot of theories.
All right.
Thank you very much for supporting us all through this year. Thank you for all the feedback and for everyone who's downloaded our podcasts and for all the encouragement. Hope you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's and Hanukkah. I mean, Hanukkah is like in day 5 now, I think.
Something like that.
You got the Kwanzaa. I don't know. I think there's I said Ramadan. I don't think that's actually a thing, but whatever you do, I hope you have some time with your friends and family you get to spend it with.
Home Alone marathon.
We love all you guys. And we're looking forward to 2015. So we'll probably next time we have lunch is in early 2015. It'll be next year.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys then.
See you.